Hi, welcome in the part 3 of testing of my new purchase 1541 to disk drive. In the previous parts I found out that this drive works perfectly fine with my second Commodore 64, but I had loading issues with that one. One of the possible and most common causes might be a problem with CII chips, so in this part I'm going to test this possibility. Stay tuned. So in such a case that this drive doesn't work with your Commodore 64, there might be a cause that actually one of the CIA's chips is faulty. And as you have seen in the previous part, this drive worked perfectly with the other Commodore 64. So what I'm going to do today is to check these CIA chips. One of the ways to check them is to swap them in positions in their sockets. So I'm going to do it, but before that, I also thought I will try some diagnostic tools available for Commodore 64 just to see if I can also see something there, if I can diagnose it. So I already put the software on my disk drive just to be certain that this is the setup which I can test this CI chips on with the real hardware. I also tried doing one test with a special adapter which extends joystick ports to have 4, but this one gave me errors, so I decided just to detach everything I can and just test it with the bare Commodore 64, so I will show you the results. The first program I wanted to use is called CIA DAG. I found both programs on CSDB. The other one is CIA test, so I'll show you that later on. So let's test this one first. What CIA DAG does is just it checks the registers in the buffers. So let's see if this one works well. Okay, so CIA1 chip type is 6526A, the same for the other one. Then there are 4 tests performed: CIA1 port A, CIA1 port B, and for CIA2 the same for both ports. Everything passed, and of course this CIA 1 and 2 thought clock frequency is 50 Hz. And I can also test the joystick here: left, right, top, bottom, fire, and all diagonals. I can also test some keyboard. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. Okay, so everything passed. I was actually expecting that. So now I'm going to power on again and try the other tool, which is called CIA test. Load CIA test. Okay. Okay, it's here. This one is created by Backhouse of Fairlight, so quite popular singer. And in this one, this program validates the key matrix. Press any key combination and see which value to poke in DCOO and what to expect in DCO1. So as you can see, this test is actually manual test. You can, it's not automated because it just tests what's pressed mechanically also by user. It can also be used to validate which key does what in the emulator of your choice. Okay, I don't use emulation, but I guess it's a good test also. So I see that it works, and sometimes the register jumps. Like I have seen already that, yeah, these values are sometimes getting back to default values, but I think that's okay because this keyboard works perfectly fine. But yeah, I cannot really tell from this program if something is wrong or working with the CIA, I guess, because I cannot really, I would need to check the memory map for each key and see what happens. So let's move to the faulty, I think, faulty Commodore 64 that really doesn't work with this drive, and see if the CIA test from the first program, CIA DAG, will also show us the same results, or maybe there will be some error found. So let's hook the other machine. And boom, here we are. This is the Commodore 64 that I had issues with. So let's load the CIA DAG and then see what are the results for this CIA chips. Okay, it looks like it's also passing. So yeah, we cannot determine anything from this test as well. I guess everything works as expected. The joystick. Now I will try to switch these two CIAs in their sockets and see if this drive is going to start loading correctly. Hopefully this will give us some more indication if this is a CAI or maybe a motherboard, or maybe I don't know what else can be there, but there must be something that doesn't work, and definitely it's not the problem with this drive. Or maybe this drive that just doesn't like a few models. I really don't know. So let's check out. Okay, so let's detach everything. Let's open the Commodore 64 and try to switch these two CIAs. And after that, hopefully everything will be fine. Oh, this actually warranty is still here. It was never opened, so I'm going to break this warranty. Also, I already know that I should have a better screwdriver. Yeah, let's get one. Okay. So two here and the one in the middle. Okay, bye-bye warranty. One side and the other. All right, this is it. Let's open and see what's inside. Of course, there are some nice, it's nicely okay, that's good. Let's remove the diode, the LED. So keyboard first. Okay, these two. All right. Let's detach the keyboard as well. Okay. Time to remove this part, the shield. Okay. Okay. Here we are. So what do we have here? Is a motherboard 252311 revision B, and both CIAs are soldered, so they are not in the sockets. Okay, that's a little bit a boomer because it will be really hard to swap them. Okay, looking at this, I'm not sure which one is a CIA1 still, but there are two chips over here, one here and one here, and it's hard to switch them around because they are soldered. So I would need to resolve them. The best would be to put some sockets here, so then I can swap them easily. Yes. So it's not a project for today for sure. I just wonder if there's maybe something else or like a mechanical stuff that happened to cause this issue. Can try to attach everything on and try to run it again and see if the disk drive works. So I will attach this. I don't need a diode. I can also leave it like that. And then this will be my drive. That will be the screen. And I will get the drive. Attach it here. To serial. Attach the power. And then I will also attach the power to Commodore 64. Now I have to be a little bit careful, of course. And I will try and just see if I can load anything. Load. Okay, it works. List. Okay, load again. Let's try to load the list again. Still works. Let's do the same as the last time. Font PL2. Let's load the font. So far, so good. It loads and listens to all my commands. Okay, the game also runs and everything is correct. Load. Yeah, it reacts on each command so far. Yeah, it's really responsive actually. I can load and do everything. So yeah, it seems to work. My only suspicion here is that I don't believe that there is some dust or something. I think it's maybe the adapter I use, the joystick adapter. I wonder if this one gives bad results, because when I did the CI ports test, that was one of the causes. Even though it doesn't do anything wrong with the other Commodore 64, I think. Let me try to add it and see if this changes anything. Okay. It's on as well, in the on position, so it's operating, it's in operation, and then I will try to do the same stuff. So load directory. Okay, it works so far. Okay. It seems like it works now without any issues. But that's just the first 5 minutes of testing it, or I don't know how long, for how long I try, but it just really it just works. The connection is working pretty well. So I guess that was just some dustiness. I don't know. I even didn't use any air. I think. Let's try to reset maybe, instead of powering on and off. Yeah, it's just reacts. That's super interesting. What could happen? Yeah, I'll show you the screen. It will be more interesting. It just reacts. It just reacts for everything. Okay, and now I'm just loading the same stuff as I loaded in my previous parts. So I guess I don't have to swap CI chips because it just works. But if you know what could be the cause, please let me know. Yeah, it just loads stuff. I don't know what else can I do for test purposes. Maybe I'll try to load the same disk as I tried to load last time. Maybe it's when I switch the disk on and off. That could be then disk drive related. Now it reacts. Let's try again. I removed and attached disk again. Okay, this one seems to work. So I will now just try to load the other disk. Hogstorm, the one I had issues with loading on this Commodore 64 the last time. Also, I didn't attach joystick actually, so let me do it now, even though the Commodore 64 is switch on. Okay, joystick is applied. Okay, I'm loading disk, and it shows me everything. So let's load the first program from the disk. Yeah, this one I don't understand sometimes why it happens. Oh, and then I have this same issue as last time. Maybe it's because of my other program which works in the background, but let's try again just to see. List. Okay, let's load it. That's actually quite weird. Yeah, isn't it? Let me, because I'm getting crazy. Where are the loading instructions? Yeah, type load asterisk comma 8 comma 1. This is what I did. I don't get it. Okay, let's switch on and switch off. And let's try again. There is something funky happening, I can tell. I never had such an issues before. And then you're getting a little bit crazy. Oops. Because you don't know, you're trying to do everything the same way as always. Now it loads. So I don't know still if this is related to my other problems or not. Because this loads the game. Let me change the camera view a little bit. I will just reset and see what will happen. It reads the directory nicely. Okay, I will still switch it back to the previous disk and try to play. Now the joystick is attached. I use my trusty quick shot, this one. The disk is here, okay. Let's try. Yeah, it reacts. Once again. Alright. Let's do the same as always for this test, so we can compare. Yeah, it reacts now every time. I'm really confused. maybe opening the Commodore 64 was good enough. Such a pity that I needed to do it and remove the guarantee. But maybe indeed there was some, I don't know, dust or some magic. And it loaded. Yeah, the program is there. It just works. I will reset and try to check the directory once again. It works. Yeah, let me try to put this disk a few times into the drive. Yeah, it reacts every time. Okay, I guess I'm not going to change it as I said, and these two CIA chips, as long as it seems to work. I will just clean this Commodore 64 inside a little bit more, because there was some dust, but still not too much. And if you have any other ideas, I can test what could go wrong, or do you know what could happen, please let me know. And in the meantime, I will just move to something more relaxing. Probably just listen to some Commodore 64 music and maybe create another seed music collection of dark seed music. This is one I do. Or maybe I will continue working on a novel CRPG for your beloved Commodore 64. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.